Heartfelt Sairam, Namaste, Vanakkam. Hope all of you are doing well. Same with Laveen here. Welcome to the channel Nanda Chaya. Today we would discuss the first core topic. So I'm quite excited. Hope the same with you too. So we would be discussing about SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. I'm sure you would be thinking we already know this topic and we have heard about it. Yes, my friends, most of the trending success factors we would keep hearing day in and out, but implementation is a challenge for all of us. So I'm sure this reiteration of this topic would create a positive impact on you, and it will definitely make you think for a while that yes, what Laveen has spoken is definitely worth implementing to make ourselves a better person. Not delaying, let's kickstart the topic. So to start with a simple example, when you're purchasing a vehicle, you'll do a lot of introspections, right? You do a lot of analysis. What are the price variants that are there in this vehicle range that I'm looking at? What can I afford as a budget? What mileage do I get? What color do I have? What are the features that each variant gives me? So you do so much of analysis, discussions, thought process, all is being involved. And if for purchasing a vehicle you're doing so much, why not you definitely do a structured approach for yourself when you're moving ahead in your life, and every passing day when so much of time is passed on, which you will never ever get back even if you pay crores, isn't it so? You can buy anything in this world but you can't buy time. So let's not forget that aspect, and that is the reason this SWOT analysis is very, very important for every individual, whether he is an entrepreneur. For his business he needs to do a SWOT analysis, or if he's a student for pursuing higher education, or to start his first job in his career, whomsoever it might be, SWOT analysis is much needed, because SWOT analysis is nothing but it is a self-introspection or self-analysis of yourself. Look within yourself before you present yourself to an external person. You might go to attend interviews, you might have a need to present yourself before group of persons, or you might need to express yourself. Before you have to present yourself or express yourself to others, obviously you should be well versed with knowing what you actually are, not what you actually are thinking that you are, but only once you do self-introspection and analysis through SWOT analysis, you'll get the right picture of what actually you are, right? So human life is most precious life, isn't it so? Among 84 lakh species birds that they are there, we got this human birth. How fortunate we are. So let's try to make our life more productive and useful, and we can do that in a sequence. It doesn't happen randomly. Randomly you keep getting a lot of thoughts. Okay, I'm good at this, let me do that. I'm bad at that, let me not do that. But that doesn't stay with you for longer run. So if you have to know yourself perfectly, you'll have to follow a structured approach, and that is where Laveen has pitched in to share his thoughts with you, so that might help you, because this has personally worked for me, so I'm trying to share the same. So to start with, take a piece of paper, draw one line horizontal, one line vertical, so you'll get 4 boxes. One box would be strengths, other weaknesses, then opportunities, then threats. So 4 corners, 4 boxes. Rename these boxes with those 4 names. And then for doing this SWOT analysis, you need to have a calm, serene mind. You can't do it in a rush. At least you need to spend minimum of 30 minutes to an hour to really think what actually you are and what you possess, and put down that on paper. And my friends, don't do SWOT analysis only by yourself. If there are your parents who act as good as your friends or besties, or probably there are well-wishers in your life, or there are people who inspire you, please do sit with them. Most importantly, sit with people with whom you spend most of your time in a day and most of your life. They would know better about you than just by yourself. So self-analysis is very good, but also taking inputs from the people who know you very close is also very, very important, because it gives you the real picture. Because for you might find only few areas as positive or negative for yourself, but when you consult with a person who is honest, who's truthful, and who will give you the right feedback, definitely you'll get much more valuable points. So always involve the people who are very, very close to you and who are trustworthy mates, who will specially give you the open, transparent, and genuine feedback about you. Do sit with them for your SWOT analysis along with your self-analysis. So this is the first thing that you need to do, taking a piece of paper, also consulting them and making some notes on the points that you hear from them as well. So after you collate all these points, then you can focus on putting them in these 4 boxes. So before doing that, let's understand what is SWOT. As I said, SWOT stands for self-analysis or self-introspection, to know yourself better than anyone else. So now what is strengths? S. Strengths are nothing but what you are good at, what really makes you stand different from others, and what resources do you have. Whether you have very good educated parents in your family who will really guide you, you have very good family background, that legacy helps you, or you have strong financial support that will really relieve you with a lot of stress, and lot of such aspects. Anything personal and professional, you're good at communication skills, you're good at presentation skills, you have fast grasping power, or you do remember things, and you have a lot of patience, you have very good attitude, you can adapt to any situations, you can work hard and smart. Many such small, big, what all strengths, good things that you have about yourself, which will lead to your success, which will lead to your growth. Put all those points, write all those points in that piece of paper in the strengths section. Then we move to weaknesses, opposite to strengths. What you're not good at, what hinders your growth, what troubles you often, what really pulls you back every time. Maybe unsupported parents, or unsupportive surroundings, or no proper school for you, or probably the college you're admitted, the faculty are very, very poor in teaching you, or you don't have proper financial support, or you're troubled with some or the other ailment in your personal life, or anything which really hinders your growth and doesn't work well for you, or you're very poor at understanding things, or your grasping power or your memory power is very, very low, you're poor at communication skills, what all which you feel that you're not good at, and which have to be improved, you can put all those in the bucket of weakness section. Then let's move to strengths, weaknesses we are done. Let's move to opportunities. So when we talk about opportunities, they are nothing but the areas, the potential areas which you can tap, which you haven't used or tapped yet. For example, there are n number of courses online which you get free, which you get paid once as well, on Google, YouTube, lot of edtech training institutes like Udemy and Akash. So a lot of these free or online paid courses which you get to browse through on the internet, which you haven't yet tapped, or maybe you have 24 hours to use in a day which you are not using properly, you were not organized, so you have an opportunity to be more organized now with the time that you're getting. So, or maybe you're getting a free seminar to attend which is sponsored by a college or school. Why not you use that opportunity? Or you have somebody who's really supportive and good in your friend or relative circle, or your neighbors whom you never spoken to. Why don't you go and speak to them so that you can get some insights from them? Or after your class hours, or maybe after your job, you get some time. Why don't you use that time productively? Why don't you replace your habits of going to a movie or watching YouTube for unproductive things to converting it into a productive watch of videos, or productive watch of taking sessions, or productive way of using time by interacting with your seniors or well-known professionals who are specialized in certain aspects. So anything it might be which will make you become a better person, either physically, mentally, professionally, or personally. All of those opportunities and options which you have, which you can think of around you, can be put into the section opportunities, right? And last but not the least, these are threats. These are also important, though not effective as other three, but these are also very important to assess and analyze. What are threats? Threats are something which are unforeseen upcoming dangers. You can say maybe the competition is growing on a daily basis. There are a lot of students passing out every year, and the education or the courses which you have learned during your time and what they are learning and passing out now is completely different. They are more advanced, so the competition is growing, and companies are preferring to hire people with that particular skill which you didn't learn or you do not have. And we see that as the upcoming technology which is replacing, for example, AI, artificial intelligence is replacing a lot of jobs. This is definitely a threat. What do you need to do to equip yourself, enhance your skills to reach to that level of technology where you can withstand the competition? So these kind of unforeseen technological changes or any unforeseen calamities which will come ahead, which might impact your job or your career or your education, are all nothing but threats, which you can also think over and put it in the threat section. Now you're done. You have put 4 good parameters about you by your self-analysis and by consulting your parents or people who spend more time with you. So now you get to see, now you have the SWOT with you. So you'll have to start framing short-term goals. Okay, I have these weaknesses. How can I convert them into strengths within so and so span of time, right? So without analysis, without planning, and without setting a timeline for converting your weaknesses into strengths, it's like aiming a target without looking at it. It's just in the air, leaving an arrow just in the air. So you get into a train and you don't know what is the destination that you want to get down. What is the use? So you'll keep on going on and on and on. So by the time the train reaches the end station, it automatically throws you out because you don't know where you had to get down, so you continued. So life without planning, life without self-analysis, self-realization, self-introspection is like getting into a train without knowing which stop you want to get down to. So this is very, very, very important, my friends. I'm hopeful that this has added some value to you, and I'd be more happy that you start implementing this if you haven't done your SWOT analysis yet. I'm always ready to help, and as this channel says, Nandachaya is purely a social service oriented channel created to help every individual without any expectation, without any commercials. So please, my dear friends, feel free to comment in the channel or email us at info.nandachaya@gmail.com for any queries you have, for any kind of apprehensions or any kind of help or discussions you wish to make with me. Laveen is always available for you. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to circulate this channel to more of your friends and network groups so that everybody is benefited out of this social service initiative. And I look forward to interact with each one of you and clear all your queries. Next week we will definitely come with more interesting topic linked to SWOT, attached to SWOT, or session 1. So every session that I speak will be linked with the previous session. So please do stay tuned to all the videos that are being released on Nandachaya. Not taking much of your time, wishing you a happy and healthy time ahead. Namaste, Sairam, Vanakkam, take care, Jai Hind.